All right, we are live. Let's hope that YouTube decides to play nice this time and actually notify people that I went live, because last time that was not the case. What's up, Eli? How's it going? King with a capital K. Did you guys get a notification that I went live? Because that would be wonderful if so, because last time YouTube didn't do that, and it was really frustrating. What's up, Matt? What's up, Michael? Yes, notifications. YouTube's working again. We're back on track. This is awesome. Okay, guys. Welcome to the live stream for this Friday night. All right, Casey's here. Ryan. Good to see you, Ryan. Big baller, big money spender, Ryan. We got Seamus here, Gary, John. All the boys are here. I know my demographic. Just a bunch of cool record nerds like me. All right, so I have a bunch of records to open, and then of course, if you guys have questions about TMR Fest, we can dive into those as well. Some really good headway has been made since the last live stream. I have the venue locked in, and I have one band booked of the 4 that I'm looking for, and the others will get back to me in the next couple days, which is cool. What's up? Yeah, all right. Let's just dive into the first record while we wait for some more people to fill out. Christopher in the house. Did I kick my mailman's ass? Are you talking about from when he left all the records on my porch? No, I didn't. I don't know who it was. There's a couple different mailmen. So, I you know, if I knew who it was, they'd be getting a stern talking to. But I don't know who it was. Oh, Lisa, you left the live stream for me? Thank you. What's up, Drew? Oh, Ryan with the first super chat. Boom. Ryan, you just bought me ramen tonight. Guys, I'm going to get ramen tonight with Richard Houghton, whose music is playing right now. I'm really excited to catch up with him. If you guys don't know Richard Houghton, he cuts his own records. He does a bunch of really amazing lathe cuts, liquid fill, all kinds of stuff like that. And he's wonderful. He's a good friend of mine. So excited to see him tonight. And thank you, Ryan, for hooking me up with some delicious ramen. I appreciate that. Every bite, I will think of you in a normal way, not like a weird way. Wait, YouTube didn't notify you, Vinyl Freak? Interesting. Everyone else said that they got notifications. Are they selectively notifying? That would make sense. YouTube tends to be maybe talking badly about them on their platform isn't the smartest thing to do, but they tend to be not creator forward when it comes to promoting creators. So, am I going to watch the Killer Mike Netflix series? Yeah, actually, Sandy texted me about it today, and she said I have to watch it. So, anything Killer Mike's involved with, I'll probably be interested. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Eddie? All right, guys, let's just dive into the first one. You know the drill. I'm going to open up all these records. I don't know if you saw how many I have. I have about 7. We'll talk about them, and then we'll do some Q&A until I get too hungry. Let's just start. So we're using the patented TMR box cutter, thanks to Adam, the VP of merch for Too Many Records. Oh, yeah, guys, we're making dad hats. So there's going to be awesome black dad hats with the TMR logo. They're in the works right now. You guys will know. It's going to be pretty limited. And I'm excited for you guys to see them. They're going to be really, really cool looking, embroidered dad hats, all that good stuff. So look forward to that. Definitely we'll have them at the TMR Fest for sale, but hopefully before that for everyone who can't make it. So we will see. All right, what do we got here? Oh, this is another. Our friends at Needle Juice sent me a record I did not order, which I love. I always love getting mystery records in the mail. This is they recently, I believe, crowdfunded this. This is Logan Whitehurst and the Junior Science Club. Goodbye, my 4-track. This is I don't know too much about this. Oh, Christopher, Super Chat King. Look at that, $9.99. Are you trying to undercut Ryan? Either way, you both are true gentlemen and scholars. And usually, people super chat when they have a question they want me to go into details about. With no question, I will continue on my unboxing. But thank you. If you have a question, please let me know, and I will be happy to answer it for you. Yeah, so this is an album I know nothing about, but Needle Juice Records is a terrific label. As you can see right here, they got that Needle Juice Martini logo. Big fan of them. I'm excited to hear what this is all about. I'm glad it got funded. I know that they, like I said, they were crowdfunding it, so I don't know too many details, but I think Needle Juice is one of those labels that's worth just blindly supporting because everything they've put out so far has been high quality and good. So Yeah. What's my favorite 2019 record so far? Honestly, probably James Blake's album came out today, Assume Form. I listened this morning. It's amazing. It's just another James Blake album. There's nothing really breaking new ground, but it's nice new sounds from him. The Andre 3000 feature is incredible. So really excited to keep digging into that. Yeah, really love it. TMR Fest is going to be March 9th from 11 to 5. If you guys are not in the Facebook event or the Facebook group, make sure you join them. There's two. There's a group to talk about the event, and there's the event that actually keeps track of who's going. So make sure that you guys check it out. I'll talk about it more after I unbox these. Yeah, the James Blake track with Moses Sumney was terrific. Also, another standout. The Travis Scott didn't offend me as much as I thought it would because I'm not a big Travis Scott fan. What do we got here? All right. Always little stickers popping out. Oh, it's a 7-inch. This is a 7-inch that I've wanted for a fair amount of time. This is Blue Sky Black Death, Rebel to the Grain, and Slapbox with Jesus. Blue Sky Black Death is one of my favorite production duos from Seattle. They don't make music together anymore. They make it separately, and their music separate's amazing. Televangel is one of their projects, and I think 88 Ultra is the name of the other project. But they're just absolutely incredible with the kind of celestial beats and really atmospheric stuff. This is probably before they really hit their stride. This is probably around the time they were doing some of their I don't know, their kind of more hip hop oriented stuff where they had a bunch of random MCs doing stuff with them. I don't know anything about this, but I'm a Blue Sky Black Death completionist, so I'm only missing 2 of their records now, and I'm glad I have this. Adam's here with the peanut butter pancakes checking in. That's true. That is what they call me on the street, peanut butter pancakes. That was my gang name, but that's not my life anymore. Any recommendation? Do I take recommendation for bands to check out? I always take recommendations. The problem is I'm so busy with too many records and stuff like that. It's hard to get around to it, but I'm always receptive. If you send it in a live chat, or if you send it like in here, it's probably going to get lost. If you super chat it, I'll remember it more because there's money attached to it. But if you send it to me like via email or something, it's a lot easier for me to remember and try to check it out. And I apologize if I'm not getting to your questions immediately. I'll get to them as soon as I unbox these records, where I can just kind of sit back and relax. Also, if you guys want to hit the like button, it's 42 of you, 12 likes. Doesn't add up. YouTube needs to have the algorithm be stroked. Oh, this is a bummer. What? Okay, I'm a little perturbed. I ordered this day one, and it was supposed to be signed, and it's not. This is Anderson .Paak's Oxnard. Took forever to ship, and they were supposed to sign the first couple copies, and I ordered it like an hour after it came out. Has anyone got this? Is it signed inside? Really bummed about that. I'm a huge fan of Anderson .Paak, and I was excited to get it and see his signature, which would make me happy. And right now, it's just a overpriced copy of a record that should have been signed, but still a good record. Not a great record. Didn't make my top 15 of the year last year, but I enjoyed it. I don't enjoy this. This makes me sad. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I guess I'll open it. Let me open it and see if there's sometimes they'll sign like the inner sleeve or something strange, but I feel like that's not the case for this because that would be a huge pain in the ass to sign all of that. But let's see. Yeah, no signature in the gatefold. Yeah, no, we're rocking. This is a no signature zone. That sucks. I am never ordering from that web store again. You heard it here first. I got burned once. I won't get burned again. Yeah, they said the first X amount of orders, like it was still on the site when I got it. So, are there any artists I own their entire catalog? Yeah, a lot of them. Off the top of my head, I have Kanye, The National, Hammock. I also have everything. Helios, I have everything. I don't know. I mean, I have full catalogs of quite a few artists. I don't know if I can just rattle them off the top of my head. Although for TMR Fest, I might be breaking up some of those full catalogs because some of them I collected just to have the full catalog and not necessarily because I loved it, which is a dangerous territory to fall into. All right, what do we got here? Oh, nice. I know what this is. So if you guys saw my last live stream, I talked about an ambient artist called, his name was Christoph Berg. And he worked with someone, I forget the other guy's name, and they made this beautiful album called BEI. I think it's Bay. And I posted it on my Instagram story, and a bunch of people, I got like 8 or 9 messages being like, what is this album? Because it's beautiful, modern, classical stuff. Well, I looked up more about Christoph Berg, and this is one of his bands called Field Rotation. And Denevalley, a great label that does a lot of kind of like experimental and ambient down-tempo music, had 3 of his records, I believe, pressed to their label. So I managed to find the limited clear version of the record on Discogs for an incredibly reasonable price. I made an offer on it, and the guy was like, this is kind of less than I was hoping to sell it for, but I'm going to sell it to you anyway. And I was like, that's right. That's right. So that's cool. And I don't really know anything about this artist, but Berg is just such a, yeah, Hemming Schmidt. Thank you, Travis. Berg is just an absolute genius when it comes to putting together sonic textures, and I can only imagine that this project is going to be just as good as everything else. So excited to listen to this Field Rotations album. And, I might have found a new artist to stan, guys. It's Mr. Berg. All right, we got a couple more. This is a familiar package. Everyone knows this package, the old Vinyl Me Please. Let's see. So this is not everything I ordered this month, but this is the record of the month, which I was super stoked on. Cosmogramma by Flying Lotus. This is easily tied for my favorite Flying Lotus album. It's probably either this or actually no, it's definitely this. This is the only album that has Tom York featured on it, which is very exciting. But I own the original press of this, but they did it, I believe it was half speed mastered. Yeah, half speed remastered on black and white marbled vinyl. So it's going to sound way better than the original, ideally. Usually I'm very pleased with all of Vinyl Me Please's pressings. So excited to listen to this and kind of hope it breathes some new life into an album I've heard so many times. But if you don't know Flying Lotus, he's like a psychedelic jazz hip hop fusion artist that just is all over the place. And this album is really, really good. Great place to start with him, and honestly, a great place to finish because this sits at number 1 for me. What are those Funkos in the background? It's a good question. Those are Mr. Robot. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Robot, and that's Elliot and Mr. Robot and a couple Elliot variations. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of that show. It's one of my favorites. Let's keep going. I'm sorry, I'm missing a bunch of questions right now. I'm the worst. You're talking about Tunnel Blanket by This Will Destroy You. I'm gonna be completely honest. That is my least favorite album by them. Something about it. I have not heard the newest album, but I didn't like Tunnel Blanket. It was too noisy for me. What's up, Jonathan? Thank you. I'm glad you made it. I appreciate the compliment. Did you miss me opening up the Pearl Jam Missoula LP? No, it's actually right down there. I opened that separately. I opened that on my own because I knew what it was. It comes in a box the size of like Montana. Would I recommend joining Vinyl Me Please? Yes, I would. It's a great record company or a record service, and there's so many good things to choose from every month, especially if you just start. Like the back catalog they have there is insane. As a shameless plug, if you decide to join Vinyl Me Please, I would email me first because there's like a symbiosis thing we can do. It's like a refer a friend where we both get credit. So if you want to do it and you want $10 credit for their store, email me and I can do a little jumble. We can both get a little bit of vinyl money, which, you know, we all can appreciate. Do I know Benny the Butcher? I do. I love pretty much all the artists on Griselda and Dope. I have one of Benny's solo albums. It's really good. VMP needs to partner with me. You know what's funny? I agree with you. I've reached out to their team like 4 or 5 times, and they're never getting back to me. And I'm like, you know what? There's only so much I can do. I'll keep promoting them because I'm a fan, but there's so many natural integrations that they can have with me, and I feel like they're just not looking at it that way. And you know, I'm not going to beg them to work with me, but I think that there's a lot of interesting potential there, and they just don't seem to care. So, oh, speaking of dope, look what just came out of the mailbox. This is yes, that is Hitler. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is for some reason West Side Gun loves using Hitler in of course in a negative light, which is always appreciated. He loves using Hitler in his artwork for all of his records. This is West Side Gun. Hitler wears Hermes 6, the 6th installation of this. But yeah, I got one limited versions, limited to 300. They always sticker their things on the bottom, which is cool. Just a great, really great hip hop album by West Side Gun, is one of the best today. VMP or Vinyl Moon? That's a tough question. They're completely different. I also really love Vinyl Moon, but Vinyl Me Please is more like if you want one album every month that's like recommended to you, or you can switch to other essential albums. Vinyl Moon is if you want to discover awesome artists that you may have not heard about. So it's a you know, back and forth kind of thing. It's kind of difficult to pick between the two. They both serve a very specific purpose. So I don't know. I would say both if you have the funds for it. All right. One more record, guys. We blew through these fast because I knew you guys would probably have a bunch of questions about TMR Fest or just, you know, life. Just don't ask me questions about sports. Oh, yeah. And the final one. Ooh, it's like it's shiny. I didn't expect that. Nice. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I already have the 3-disc original press, but I had to double dip because I'm a monster. No good bloodsucker. This is Victor Vaughn, aka MF Doom's Vaudeville Villain, his first album under the Victor Vaughn alias. And I didn't expect the cover to be so shiny. Look at that. That's great. That's different than the original press, which is cool. And I got the silver and black swirl edition, which is the more limited version. It sold out in like an hour. I love the first press of it. It sounds great, so I might just stick with that. There's also a cool bonus disc of some instrumentals with that one. But this is I got this for mostly collection purposes because it's just this is a flawless hip hop album. It's just some of the most clever lyricism and the way that Doom flows as Victor Vaughn is, I think, the top of his game. So this was a Fat Beats exclusive, and now it's a Matt Beats exclusive. I'm sorry, that was so bad. That was awful. I should go home. I am home. I should go find a new home. All right, so those are all the records. Am I familiar with Jean-Michel Jarre? I just picked up Oxygen the other day. It's sitting back there. I'm not wearing a belt. My pants are going to fall down, so I'm not going to go get it. But I have Oxygen right back there. Unfortunate. Most Kanye will not for sale. I'm not selling like my favorite albums. I'm selling amazing albums that, you know, I think other people would enjoy, but like my top albums, I'm still very much a vinyl collector. So I'm not liquidating my collection per se. Am I a fan of Pup? I've heard of Pup. I've never actually really given them a fair chance. Absolutely sick Cop, dude. I agree. My favorite Doom album. It's Victor Vaughn, but my second favorite, it's really a toss-up of my mood. I feel like Food is great, but then Operation Doomsday is also just classic. I don't know. It's tough to say. What's my most hyped albums coming out in 2019? Good question. I'm actually doing a video next Wednesday where I'm going to talk about that. So you're going to have to wait a couple more days. I also have not filmed it yet, but I have the list, and there's a ton of good stuff coming out this year. It's going to be a huge year for music. And don't forget, if you would like me to answer any question in depth, hit me with that super chat. I will dance for money. Selling any box sets? Yes, I'm going to be selling a bunch of box sets at TMR Fest. Thoughts on the Soulja Boy drama? You know, it's crazy. I can't believe Soulja Boy is a name in 2019 that people are talking about. But but I don't know. Are you referring to the drama between him and Kanye, or the drama between him and his made-up phone business, or his made-up video game console that he was scamming people? It sounds to me like another Fyre Fest situation. Soulja Boy should not be telling him anything. He should be just sitting quietly, sitting on that Soulja Boy money and not making things. Cats or dogs? I grew up with cats, but I like dogs more. Wait, Soulja Boy said he created Drake? What a random artist to pick to make that statement about. No, Kanye created Drake. Everyone knows that. 808s and Heartbreak is proto-Drake. Have I heard the band Basement? What are my thoughts on them? I have not heard them. I feel the name sounds familiar, but I might just be confusing it with the concept of a basement, which I've heard of also. Did I get the Duster box set? I did. I actually managed to get the Duster box set, the colored version, before it sold out. Really good lo-fi space rock stuff, and I never wanted to shell out the $300 for the original press of Stratosphere. So I'm glad that Numero Group is doing it, because they do a great job with literally all their reissues. Only good Drake is Nick Drake. Well, I love Nick Drake, but Drake has some merit. Not recently, but in the past. What do I think about Canadian pressings from the 60s to the 80s? That is the most obscure question, my friend. I don't have any answers for that. I don't know. I don't know specifically Canadian pressings from any era, let alone that era. Unfortunately, that is beyond my knowledge. Heaviest rock or metal band I enjoy? Probably System of a Down. Longest amount of time ever spent in Amoeba, no comment. let me just say I consider it a sleeping bag. Oh, Lindsay's here. Lindsay Mastis. Oh, by the way, guys, everyone should watch the Fire Fraud documentary, because Lindsay, I saw you in the documentary as the newscaster. I saw you in that, and I was like, that's her. Congratulations on your bit part in that awesome documentary. Guys, if you don't follow Lindsay on Instagram, you should. She posts great records, and her and I might be going to Amoeba this weekend and digging around and doing a little video. You don't even know you're in it? There's a segment where you're talking about Fyre Fest, and they'd have it in the Hulu documentary. Unless it's a girl that looks exactly like you that's also on the news, which wouldn't make a lot of sense. Will I have a super chat VIP room at TMR Fest? Is that just going to be where I sit there and you guys throw dollar bills at me? That sounds really, I don't know if I'm into that. That sounds weird. Maybe though. We'll see. Yes, I will be selling box sets at TMR Fest. Yeah, Lindsay, you got to watch it. They show your clip twice in the documentary. It's like a one sentence soundbite that you say about Fyre Fest. It's about, I forget what it was, but yeah, they took it. I can't believe they wouldn't tell you that they throw it in there without clearing it with you. That seems a little shady. Do I like Cocktail Twins albums? Yeah, the Cocktail Twins are amazing. I wish that their records were cheaper and easier to find. I mean, there's a lot of reissues, but I'm kind of stubborn and I would like to get early pressings. So I feel that pressings from Germany have a better quality sound than other pressings. See, that I can actually speak on. If they're pressed at Palace in Germany, like org presses, yes, they sound better. That's one of the best pressing plants in the world. I don't know if there's any other major pressing plants in Germany, but Palace pressed records, if you can find them, are always going to sound good. Thoughts on Frank Zappa? I'm not a huge fan. I like some of his stuff. I prefer his son, Dweezil. Yeah, Hulu should give you a free copy of the documentary for using you in it. Email Hulu. Be like, hey, I'm in your documentary. Give me a download of this. Am I selling the Everglow by May, first pressing? I don't have the first pressing with the gatefold, but I might have a duplicate copy of one of the cool colored pressings for sale. Possibly. I'm debating if I want to get rid of it, so we'll see. Do I know exactly everyone is performing at TMR Fest? Not ready to announce yet who's official, but I'm in talks with everyone, and there's one official and 3 almost yeses. Oh, super chat. $10 from Law Dude. give us your thoughts on the Coachella headliners and lineup. Where do I begin? All right, let me pull up a picture of it. I am furious about the Coachella lineup. I think it's hot trash. It was going to be amazing. I'm sorry, everyone who has a question, this is going to be a segment. This is going to be a few minutes. I gotta really dig into this. When it was supposed to be Kanye, Childish Gambino, and Justin Timberlake, that was arguably going to be like incredible. And then, you know, a bunch of them dropped out. Gambino is obviously a great headliner. But I'm going to read the names that like I think are ridiculous for having such big names in Coachella. The 1975, super overrated. DJ Snake, like not the vibe for it. I don't understand why everyone's obsessed with Casey Musgraves these days. Juice World is not very good. Jaden Smith, okay. Day one is probably the best day of all the days, though, because then you got Tame Impala, who, first of all, irrelevant. I know they're making a new album this year, but they're not. They haven't proven themselves to be a headliner yet. Don't put them as a headliner when they haven't had an album for years and there's no songs from their new project. I know it was a last-minute replacement for Kanye, but still, it doesn't really equate. Weezer, like, what are they going to play? Africa for an hour? Aphex Twin is the coolest get of the entire festival. You know, Bass Nectar, this isn't EDC. Why is Bass Nectar on the second line of Coachella's lineup? Fortet is a great get as well, though. Yeah, and then Ariana Grande, I'm sure, is going to be great. She's a very talented performer and a talented singer. But again, it's like that crowd's going to be insufferable. And I'm looking at the first line there, and Zed, again, this is not an EDM fest. Nothing impressed me about the Coachella lineup. It literally has 3 or 4 names where I'd be like, I'd love to see them. And everyone else, it's like, I could see them anywhere, or why are they performing? So overall, I think it's kind of a weak lineup. Nothing against Golden Voice. I'm a huge fan of Golden Voice as a company, but I think that this lineup is the worst in a while. And it's probably because of outside circumstances of people dropping out and in and whatnot. And what's the sad part? The saddest part is that Coachella is the stronger of the lineups of this entire year that's been announced across the U.S. Most lineups this year are just horrible. So I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we both think that this is just going to be off year for music festivals, and next year is going to be crazy. So save your money, spend it at TMR Fest instead. Ding. Let's see. What else did we? That was a lot. Sorry, I went on a tangent. That is cool that JPEG Mafia and Caro Carbonita are going to be there. Yeah, there's a lot of small names that I'm impressed about, but I could see either of them for like $20. You know, like that's not a huge draw for a festival. If I'm there, I'm going to see them, but it's not like I would rather burn off my nads than go to that festival. Yikes. Do I buy multiple variants of the same record? Sometimes. You just saw it here earlier. I got the Victor Vaughn record, and I already have the original. Thoughts on Rush? I like Rush. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm a fan. Kanye drops out to go to TMR Fest. Yeah, guys, the secret performer is going to be Kanye at TMR Fest. Get ready. Coachella is crapchella. Go to TMR Fest. I mean, the slogan needs a little work, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. Green Day or Blink-182? Blink-182, without a doubt. Enema of the State was one of my first CDs, and because of that, they hold a. When everyone was listening to Dookie, I was listening to Enema of the State. So I mean, I love early Green Day as well, but Blink-182 that's my steez. Do I dig Billie Eilish? I don't really know too much about her music. Limp Bizkit should have headlined. Maybe over Tame Impala, sure. That's so much shade. I don't mean that. Tame Impala's fine. They're okay. They're fine. They're not as bad as like Mumford & Sons. Do I know if Friday Records does good pressings? I've heard of Friday Records. I don't really know them firsthand, so I don't really have any information. I'll take this moment just to reiterate. A lot of you know about it already, but a lot of people have joined since I said it 20 minutes ago. TMR Fest is an event I'm throwing in March 9th in Los Angeles, and I'm going to be selling over 1,000 of my personal records, not just stuff I found at a garage sale, like really good records. I'm going to have bands playing. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be a whole weekend of activities. So if you want to know about it, make sure you go to the description of this live stream, or you go on Facebook and just search Too Many Records Fest and join the group and the event, because it's going to be really, really great. And I hope a lot of you will show up and check out the records and the music. Yeah, Kanye's globe is going to be at TMR Fest. There's enough space for it. Why is this dude supporting an alt-right semi-wannabe like Kanye? That's just a dumb statement. Someone started Limp Bizkit at TMR Fest. Facebook rumor. I'll help spread it too. I should listen to the newest Mumford album. I'll pass. I have much better things to do with my time. The amount of backlog I have of records is I could listen to 3 records a day for the rest of my life and never make time for the new Mumford & Sons album. Am I going to Brofest 2019? Limp Bizkit, Nickelback, Hinder, Avenged Sevenfold, Godsmack, Theory of a Dead Man. If that was a real thing, I'd still probably pass. But guilty pleasure. People always ask me what my guilty pleasures are musically, and I have trouble coming up with an answer because I'm pretty proud of everything I like. I kind of like Godsmack. That's not really like something I should be proud of. They're not that great. It sounds like a ripoff of Alice in Chains and Metallica, but I kind of dig early Godsmack. I said it. It's here. It's public. You can go back and rewatch me say that. I'm not going to take it back. Thoughts on New Smashing Pumpkins? I have not heard it. I should sell tote bags for TMR Fest. We're thinking about it. We are thinking about it. I don't have that Creed album anymore. I'm sorry. I sold the Creed album. I got it as a joke. Am I selling any analog pressings from the likes of Acoustic Sounds, Analog Production, Speakers Corner? Maybe a couple Acoustic Sounds records, but I don't know yet. I'm still finalizing everything. Thoughts generally on the world? World's a pretty garbage place. Great food, though. Surround yourself with people that appreciate good food, and the world could be okay. I should do a tote bag. You'd buy it? All right. Tote bag should be easy because I still have the screener from the shirts, so I can probably just use that on a cool tote bag color and make shirts. So, or make bags. Good for you, Matt. Stand up for whom you like, and if nobody else don't dig Godsmack, tough. Yeah, I don't know if I defend them that hard. If someone said they didn't like Godsmack, I'd be like, all right, that's fine. Life blows and aging sucks ass. Put that on my tombstone. Put a tombstone pizza on my tombstone. Who do I like ironically? I don't know. I feel like I either like stuff or I hate it. There's no middle ground. Any records I highlighted in my rarest records with Sandy from way back in the day for sale at TMR Fest? Remind me what they were. That was like 3 years ago. You own a Smash Mouth CD, the one with All Star. You know the name of it. It's Astro Lounge. Don't pretend. I'm also, maybe that's an answer to your question. I like Smash Mouth ironically, but I also like them unironically. I think that it's amazing pop rock. It's fun. It's fun music. Who here's Walking on the Sun and doesn't like it? Who's like, this is awful? No one. That's who. I actually have a really rare promo of Smash Mouth. It's 4 songs. It's like a black sleeve, just like a red label, and it's All Star, Walking on the Sun, Why Can't We Be Friends, and Can't Get Enough of You Baby. And I don't know why it exists, but I have it. It's pretty rare, actually. I looked it up the other day. It's like you can't find it. Do I like Hum? Yes, I do. And I missed the Heaven is Downward repress because I thought there were going to be more, and I guess they all sold out. So I'm an idiot. Oh, no, the Owl record is not getting sold. That is one of my favorite records, and the piano is just way too cool to give up. Walking in the Sun is awful. Get out. Leave. Leave my live stream. I won't defend Godsmack, but I'll defend Smash Mouth to the death. Opinion on Death Grips. They're fine. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm more of a fan than I was a couple years ago. Tame Impala plays The Less I Know the Better at TMR Fest and leaves. I'd rather them play Elephant and then leave. Do I own the Shrek soundtrack on wax? Does it exist? I guess everything kind of exists these days. You listen to the Tobacco discography. Yeah, Tobacco's music is amazing. If you like Tobacco, make sure you've also heard all of Black Moth Super Rainbow, his psychedelic band, because everything that dude touches is pretty good. I didn't love the single he put out with Aesop Rock, but I'm hoping that the full album will be good. I know it came out, I think, today. I haven't heard it yet. Favorite song by The Doors? Touch Me. Do I like Freddie Gibbs? I don't love his full albums, but I love him on a feature. Like his feature on Currency's Covert Coup. Unbelievable. Super chat, Mike Alexander. Looking forward to the fest. Reach out if you need any locals for prep assistance. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. I just might. I really appreciate the offer, and I'm looking forward to hanging out at the fest. It's going to be awesome. Every day I figure out a little more about logistics, which is good. If I had to spend $1,000 on Discogs in the next 10 minutes or lose it all, what would I get? That's easy. I'll go to my want list and buy the first like 4 things. No matter what they are, it's going to be something I can't afford because everything I can afford I've purchased. Shrek is life. That's true. Travis, I'm not going to answer that question. Did I pre-order James Blake? No, because he wasn't signing the vinyl. He was only signing the CD. I'm just going to buy it on like Amazon or an Amoeba. What's up, Renzo Kyle? One more question. Thoughts on Metallica? I just saw them for the first time at the Chris Cornell tribute concert, which you guys should ask me questions about that because that was absolutely nuts. 5 hours of music. Metallica was great. I love Metallica. I've never seen them before, and I got to see them play 3 songs, which was rad. At the Forum, which is, you know, legendary venue. Favorite anime series? Dragon Ball Z. Look behind me. Can't wait to see a Crosley player playing Macintosh Plush at Coachella. I saw that fake Coachella. I cracked up at a Crosley playing the Mac Plus vinyl. That was absolutely genius. I'm not a fan of Danny Brown's, and I like Atrocity Exhibition. I didn't listen to it because I can't do his voice for a full album. It like hurts me. Can I get Smash Mouth to play at TMR Festival? Probably. I can't imagine them being too hard to book. That would actually be awesome. Actually, maybe I'll email them and see what they're doing. How was the Chris Cornell concert? It was so good. It was. I mean, like it's too much to be able to just like talk about it. But if you have specific questions, I'll answer. I think the best song of the night, or one of the top 3, was Miley Cyrus doing "Say Hello to Heaven." She was exceptional, and I didn't expect that. Who's my favorite WWE superstar? I'm not a big wrestling fan, so no answer for that. Was Chris there? Was Chris Cornell there? At the in spirit. Will I turn my Rick and Morty box set on over there? So far, I can't. Why did Ryan absolutely Corey, you're not wrong about that. He looked a little uncomfortable during that performance, but it was a really cool version of an amazing song. Do I play any instrument? I have the Green Ranger's Dragon Dagger up there, so I have been known to noodle on the Dragon Dagger every now and then. I was thinking about the other day. I was listening to a song. I was listening to Hook by Blues Traveler, and the harmonica. I mean, Popper's harmonica skills are insane. Harmonica might be simultaneously the most overrated and underrated instrument. Think about that one for a minute. Who impressed me the most at the Chris Cornell tribute concert? Like I said, Miley Cyrus. She gave it 120%. She was amazing. She must have lost her voice screaming the end of "Say Hello to Heaven." Can I rap? Yes, flawlessly. What do I think of City Pop? I'm a fan of City Pop. I don't have that many records. I have one random City Pop record I picked up at Amoeba, and I liked it. You saw Childish Gambino at the Forum, and it was boring. I actually heard that the show wasn't that good at the Forum. I wanted to go, but I missed it. What do I think of the City Pop classic Plastic Love? I don't know. I don't know that. There's like a million City Pop albums. Let me put on another album real quick. Let's do a little Along the Coast, Richard Houghton. Yeah. Oh no, I just minimized my live stream. Where are you? Come back. There you go. Can I rap right now? No. You got to catch me in the right mood. Catch me outside. How about that? Do I own any Toro y Moi albums? I like his music. I own Causers of This. I don't have anything after that. I like his first album because it's instrumental and beautiful and interesting, and the other stuff is fine, but I think it went a little downhill. Whose singing voice annoys me? Darnell from the Mountain Goats. Anything like this. And I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. Do I want to buy your Miley Cyrus bangers on vinyl? I'm not trying to spend a couple $100 on a Miley Cyrus record. My favorite subgenre of electronic music is down-tempo. That might be a little vague, but yeah. I like prettier stuff than heavier stuff. Thoughts on Eddie not being at the tribute show? I mean, that's a really complicated situation. I've been reading a lot about it over the past couple days. Vicky Cornell put on the tribute show, and Vicky's mom, Vicky Cornell is Chris's wife. Vicky's mom went on Twitter the day after Chris's funeral and just completely shit all over Eddie Vedder for not going to the funeral. And there's obviously something going on between Eddie and the family, and I don't know what it is. I feel like Eddie's grieving in his own way. Go to this. I feel like it's just he's talked about Chris at shows before and paid tribute in his own way. Maybe he just thought this was too big of a production. It was more personal for him. I don't know. I was really bummed he wasn't there, but I didn't expect him to be. Best Aphex Twin album to start with. Are you looking for his more ambient stuff, or are you looking for more of his kind of IDM drum and bass inspired stuff? What's up, Mark? Hot take of the stream. Artists that experiment well are better than artists who repeat a style. That's not really a hot take. I agree. If artists can innovate themselves in an interesting way, that's awesome. That's not a hot take. That's just a take. What's the saddest album that I enjoy? Carrie and Lowell by Sufjan Stevens. I would say Mount Erie's A Crow Looked at Me, but I don't enjoy it. It's just too emotionally heavy. At TMR, will I rap Lil Ugly Mane serious shit? I'm gonna slip my wrist, no tourniquet. I'm murderous. That's all you get. But yeah, I'll do the whole song on stage for everyone. I actually won't do that. Albums that are similar to Aphex Twin's ambient records. Ooh, that's a tough question. No one really does ambient the way Aphex does. I know that the album Leafs, one of his favorite albums is Volume 2 of Aphex Twin's ambient stuff. So maybe dive into some album Leaf stuff if you haven't heard it and give that a shot. DJ Crush versus DJ Shadow. Man, Sean Gray, you are pushy. You were insulting me earlier. Now you're just hitting me with questions. You gotta pick one. Do you like me? Do you not like me? I don't know what you're going for. But DJ Shadow versus DJ Crush. I love them both, but I'm probably more of a Shadow fan. IDM Aphex Twin. Best place to start. I mean, Drugs is an incredible album. DRUKQS, I think. What bluegrass group should you start with? I am not the one to ask about bluegrass. I mean, the closest thing to bluegrass I listen to is Punch Brothers, so maybe start with them. If I had to choose, I hate this. If I had to choose an artist to play TMR Fest out of Mumford & Sons, Three Doors Down, Puddle of Mud, or Kiss, obviously Kiss. Come on, Kiss is great. I just don't own records by them. Thoughts on Malibu Ken? I still have not heard it. I like Tobacco. I like Aesop Rock, but I have not heard the collab because I didn't love their first single. Am I a Beach House fan? Casual. Sean, are you all right, my homie? No, you kind of suck. Flaming Lips, The Soft Bulletin, The Record Store Days, crap. Are you? Like, are you on something right now? What's going on? Like, that's not even a cohesive thought. Am I going to order the Gangsta Doodle album? I don't know what that is, but it sounds great, so yes. Question. The room is wondering the same thing. So I think A$AP Rocky's album from last year was underrated. What's interesting is that I actually like A$AP Rocky, and I did not hear it. So I don't know. Has there ever been an album so terrible that I hated it so much that I had to immortalize it and add it to my bought an album? I will say this though. I was on the app OfferUp maybe like 8 or 9 months ago, and there was a guy selling a bundle. Bought it, but in that bundle wasn't a Batch of Dragons album, and it's sitting in my room in a box. I'll never play it because it's awful. But maybe I'll put it in the dollar bin at Too Many Records Fest for anyone that wants to punish themselves. Oh, Jonathan, I saw that, but I was in the midst of prepping for this, so hit me up again so I don't forget it. Favorite movie soundtrack? By default, I just say Singles because it's a grunge masterpiece, but I don't know. There's a lot of great movie soundtracks. Lord of the Rings is a pretty good movie soundtrack. Harry Potter is a great soundtrack. Gangsta Doodle is an album of rappers from the creator of Gangsta Doodle. Like, oh, Father Blue. Oh, I don't know about it. I should check that out. That sounds like it's up my alley. I could buy one of my most wanted records. I would have to either go to a Mumford & Sons concert or Imagine Dragons concert. Which one would I force myself to? I would not buy the record. I honestly would not put myself through hours of that torture. I feel like I would just be so angry. And it would just, my stress level would skyrocket. No record is worth that. You heard AWOL Nation is my favorite band. You heard wrong. That band is the worst. You guys are trolling me hard today. It's really just real messed up. Thoughts on MC Chris or nerdcore rap? I mean, when I was a kid, I listened to the Boba Fett song, sure, but I don't know. I don't have any real thoughts about MC Chris. I've definitely outgrown any enjoyment I could get from that. Do I like drunk mom rock? Like Hinder and Kid Rock? That's the best genre description ever. I don't. No, I'm not drunk mom. Do I like Kali Uchis, or however you pronounce that? I've heard the name a million times. I've yet to listen. The most expensive record on my wish list. I don't know. I wish Discogs would let you sort by price. They don't have that yet, so it's hard to know. Have I listened to Codeine? It's like Red House Painters, but way better. First of all, Sean Gray, you are way off. Codeine is great, but in no way is it better than Red House Painters. That is just a garbage opinion. Post Malone or pre Malone? I like current Malone. If I could buy a brand new turntable, would I go Techniques, Pro-Ject, or what brand model? That depends on your budget. I mean, there's a million ways to answer that question. If you're kind of in the lower budget, I would say I like the Fluence. I think it looks nice. It performs well. Definitely one of my favorite turntables for like the entry level. I'll tell you guys right now, this is the first time I'm announcing this, so get really excited. I need everyone to like get really excited right now. This is a huge announcement that I'm not going to go detailed about, but I am going to be in the next couple weeks upgrading my turntable substantially. It's like a massive upgrade to the point where it's like I almost can't even justify it. But I'm really excited to make the video. I'm teaming up with a really great audio distributor, and it's going to be amazing to hear all my records through this unbelievable turntable. No, it's like it's above and beyond what you can even imagine right now. It's way too nice for me, but you'll see. So I'm excited. I'll be doing a video at the dealership where they're going to talk about what it's like to do the dealer experience if you want to go high end, and I can't wait to screw it up and break it. Let's see what else. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to break it. I'm going to take care of it like a baby. Am I stoked on the new Mark Kozlik or Sun Kill Moon records this year? No. Mark Kozlik hasn't been good in like 5 years. Did I hear the new Kanye feature? No, but it was all over Twitter today, so I have to listen to it soon. You saw I watched Ryan Adams at the last show I went to. Well, yeah, I mean, I had to watch him because he was there. I'm not a huge Ryan Adams fan. I never thought his music was that good, and then I read the story about how he kind of like emotionally abused Phoebe Bridgers when they were dating, and that made me really upset because I'm a huge Phoebe Bridgers fan. So, not a huge Ryan Adams fan. Do I listen to any Australian music? Yeah, actually, somebody watches this channel. He's awesome. His name is Mark, and he came to Amoeba last time he was in town. And I met up with him, and he bought me a kind of like a garage rock, psych rock album by a band called Lime Spiders, and they're great. So yeah, Australian music, they know how to do psych. That's for damn sure. I mean, psychedelic rock is like their main export. Tame Impala, psychedelic porn crumpets, King Gizzard, goes on and on. I'm upgrading to 3 stacked Crosleys taped together. The sound is just unbelievable. It just draws from all of their motors. This isn't a troll, Austin. No, it's a real thing. I just don't want to announce what it is yet, but it's V-nice. Brian Adams or Ryan Adams? Brian Adams. Duh. I'm not familiar with Idols, no. Where should you start with King Gizzard? I mean, they have so many different sounds. I would say start with where I started, which was Nonagon Infinity. And then listen to Polygon and Wonderland, and then just kind of listen to everything, because everything's good. Genre or subgenre I can't get into? That's a good question. I can't get into hardcore. I want to. I feel like there's a lot of bands that are like hardcore adjacent that I like, but it's just a little too heavy for me. I can't get into like black metal. I can't get into doom metal either. I feel like it's a little more up my alley because it's slower and kind of sludgier. But for me, like sludge and doom metal, I just can't do it. I've tried Caius. I've tried, Pallbearer. I can't do it. Favorite split colored record? That's tough. I have a lot of good ones. Did I order the Newberry Comics Elliott Smith? I did not. I splurged on the Newberry Comics Tycho records. I can't keep buying from them. They're so expensive. Drive-By Truckers. That's Jason Isbell's band, right? I had a friend in college who was obsessed with them, but I've never really listened. See, I've tried Sleep, Dope Smoker. I can't get into that either. And my friend keeps trying to get me the Electric Wizard, and it's just not for me. I can't do it. Do I know Morchiba? I love Morchiba. One of the best underrated trip-hop artists of the 90s, without question. Morchiba's brilliant. If I can melt down one of my figures into a vinyl record along with the soundtrack to the specific figure, which would I do? I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it. Thoughts on stoner metal? It's kind of the same as doom metal, right? A little bit. Where would I rank Black Star among David Bowie's other albums? I love Black Star. I don't know. It's very different than a lot of his albums. It's a lot darker and more ominous because he knew he was going to die. So I don't know. It's great, but it's a heavy listen. It's heavier than it's heavier than any of his other albums. Am I okay with self-promoting? Yeah, everyone subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow me on social media. Too Many Records _ on Instagram. Thoughts on R. Kelly? He's a garbage person who should go to jail. Am I hyped for Mortal Kombat 11? I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure I'll play it somewhere. I would love the Black Burzum. My roommate loves Burzum. Best album to start with, because there's about 85,000 possible answers to your question. Travis. Well played. Well played, Travis. Travis has always been my white knight. Thoughts on the Celeste soundtrack? I've never actually heard it. That was not a game that I got into. And no one bullied me into it like you did bully me into the Transistor soundtrack, which I'm glad I own. All right, I'm going to do a couple more questions, and then I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to go. But feel free to take this moment to shower me in super chats or ask me questions about TMR Fest or if you're Sean Gray, insult me in a weird way and then ask a question that makes no sense. One of those things. Will I ever have my own bobblehead someday? I mean, I have a Funko Pop. You can see it in the corner. Someone made me. Oliver Jamie made me. I would like a bobblehead. If you guys want to make a bobblehead of me, I'd buy it. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask Richard Houghton tonight, I will. Oh, Travis, thank you. You have a great weekend. You have a better weekend than I. I'm going to have a garbage weekend. You have a great weekend. How about that? Flip the script. We get a video of some of the Holy Grails at TMR Fest. I'm thinking about it, but I strongly believe that I'm all about the dig and the hunt for vinyl. That's what's exciting for me, not knowing what you're going to get. So I almost don't want to reveal any of the records I'm selling, not because they're bad, just because I think it's exciting for you to show up and go through the bin and be like, whoa, I didn't expect this to be here. And that's like part of the fun of Christopher. God bless you too, man. You have a great weekend. Thank you. I feel blessed. That's a really good Sean Gray comment. That's a really good impression. Your record collection's trash. What's your favorite band of the 60s? At TMR Fest, would I think it would be good picking stuff we're unfamiliar with? I don't fully get the question. I hate you. Are you or are you not the Black Angel of Death? I am the Black Angel of Death. That's true. Ryan, you know I'm all about that Sonic Pieces, one of the best labels doing ambient music around, so I'll probably be purchasing that if I can get one of their beautiful textured, textile, handmade covers. Michael, to answer that question, I'm gonna offer my curation services at Too Many Records Fest. If you come up to me and say, hey, here's what I like, pick out records for me. I'm gonna go through my bins and I'm gonna pick out stuff that I think you would love, and I'd like to think I'd be pretty good at it. So that's gonna be fun to kind of like help pick out stuff for people if they're like, I trust you. Here's my taste in music, and I'll find stuff that you might not know about. Which is the point of this channel, is to help you discover music you may not have heard of. But also, it's cool to do that in person. All right, I'm gonna call it for tonight. But this has been a wonderful live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in. If you haven't joined the Too Many Records Fest group on Facebook, there's links in this live stream and pretty much all my most recent videos. Make sure you do that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not. I put out videos at least once a week, and they're awesome and fun, just like this, except a little more polished. And hopefully more great videos soon. Have a great weekend, guys. Hopefully you guys have long weekends ahead of you. Oh, last minute super chat from Jonathan. Thank you. This is great. We'll do another live stream probably next week. Keep it classy, guys.